Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining. Just please go ahead and use the link that's on the screen to check in. Just remember that you do have to make sure that you check in now and you complete the evaluation later in order to be eligible for this month's HLP perks and also for our giveaway for this workshop, which is actually one of our reusable tote bags, not a tote bag, a grocery bag. And it's really cute. So just make sure that you complete both the check-in and the eval at the end. I'll go ahead and put it on the chat as well, just so you can copy and paste it. And if you want to go ahead and introduce yourselves on the chat, maybe drop your name, your major, what your interests are, so we can get to know each other a little bit and also to see how everyone's doing on this new year. And we'll get started in a few minutes as well. Hi, Natalie, welcome. Hi, Carolyn. Carolyn's actually going to be co-hosting with me today, which is really exciting. Okay, so we'll be starting in about a minute. Just make sure you check in so that you get credit for being here. For those of you just joining, I'm going to go ahead and put the link on the chat so that you can go ahead and check in. Just make sure that you complete both the check-in link and the eval link so that you get so that you qualify for the giveaway for HLP perks and also for the giveaway that we are doing today. So NYE Nutrition Goals check-in. Okay. Oh, that's so awesome, George. Well, welcome. All righty. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Here we go. I'm also going to have the chat minimized, but I'll be paying attention to it periodically, just in case. So welcome to Achievable Nutrition Resolutions. I'm Maria. I am the nutrition educator at the Healthy Living Program. With me today, I have Carolyn. She is a dietetics and nutrition graduate student, and she is also our nutrition volunteer at the Healthy Living Program. And Giselle Garces is also here. She is our registered dietitian at HLP. So to make achievable nutrition goals, you want to make sure to get started with SMART goals. So when your goals are a little bit too broad, it sets us up for failure. So SMART goals are a really good tool to have because they're specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timed. And these goals are small steps towards the big long-term goal. So these are a few examples of SMART goals. So bringing a healthy snack to work 4 days per week to avoid eating from the candy jar. As you can see, it's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, and it's time bound. Cut back from 3 cans of soda per day to 1 per day, 5 days per week to help increase water intake. Plan 3 dinners for the week on Sunday and get all of the ingredients needed to help decrease takeout consumption. go out for a 10-minute walk 3 days per week to increase physical activity.
All right, guys. Hi, again, my name's Carolyn. So let's break down these SMART goals a little bit further. So first, again, like Maria said, you have the specific aspect of the goal, which is going to include the actual change you want to make in your lifestyle. You want your goal to be measurable. So how are you going to track your goal and ensure that you're making progress with this goal? You want it to be attainable. What is the goal? When is the goal? And how are you going to achieve it? So it needs to be realistic for your lifestyle. You don't want to set a goal that's like crazy big and you're not going to be able to accomplish it. You want your goal to be relevant. So why do you want to make this change and why is it important for you? And lastly, you want your goal to be time bound. So you're going to want to give exact dates and times to accomplish this goal, and the more specific, the better. All right, so we are going to do a little activity with you guys. We want you guys to create your own SMART goals. You can just throw it in the chat, or if you feel comfortable, you can say it aloud and unmute yourself. And they don't have to be about nutrition, but if they are, great. And remember, you want them to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So if you guys want to put your examples in the chat, that would be great. Maria, maybe go to the one before this to give them the example. Yeah. So you guys go ahead and create your own little goals. And you
so it can be something that maybe you, oh, why is there an echo? Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, there's no echo.
Oh, okay, just in my ears. Okay, so you want to create something that maybe that you had already thought of at the beginning of the year, or it was a New Year's resolution that you may have set up for yourself, but maybe word it in a way that it is into a SMART goal, so something that falls within this category.
Don't be shy, guys.
Well, I can give an example myself. So for example, one of my goals for this year is to do more physical activity. So the way I would phrase it would be to increase the amount of physical activity I'm doing by going for 2-mile walks 3 times per week. And that way it's more feasible, it's measurable, and it's something that has meaning for me. So something that's attainable, and it has that why component.
Oh, we got one. Okay, Nicole said she's going to increase her daily intake of fruits and vegetables by prepping meals and snacks ahead of time so I can take them on the go. That's great. For that, you might want to add the time component as well to just kind of hold you more accountable. So maybe like, you know, 3 days out of the week, you're going to prep your snacks, or 4 days or 5 days, however much you want to do that. But that's a great one. Oh, we got another good one. I hope to eat out less and cook for myself 4 days a week at least. That's good. You have that time component part of that.
Yeah, so those are both really great examples of SMART goals that you can set up for yourself.
All right, so next we are just going to discuss some actual realistic nutrition goals that you can totally accomplish if you want to do some New Year's resolutions.
So you want to start by rethinking dieting. So most people kind of set the goal of losing weight. That's very common. And they go into maybe what could be restricting certain food groups or eliminating things. So rethinking how you think about dieting is going to be really beneficial. So most people who lose weight through restrictive dieting regain up to 2/3 of the weight loss within 1 year. And rather than setting a New Year's resolution to lose weight by using restrictive measures, such as a fad diet, try something healthier, more sustainable method of weight loss by focusing on increasing your physical activity and incorporating more healthy foods or whole foods. So chronic dieting is harmful to both physical and mental health. So reframing this whole thought process and how you're going to achieve this goals is really important.
So one goal that would be great for you to set for yourself if you're looking to live a more healthy lifestyle is to prioritize whole foods. So whole foods is going to include vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, whole grains, fish. And these foods are going to contain the nutrients that your body needs to function at an optimal level. And research actually shows that following a whole foods-based diet may significantly reduce heart disease risk. It can reduce body weight, blood sugar levels, and also decrease your risk for diseases like type 2 diabetes. And lastly, adding whole foods to your diet can be done slowly and consistently. It doesn't have to be, you know, a black or white approach. You can just start out by having a breakfast that is centered around whole foods, or a lunch just once a day. And also, we've had previous workshops where we've discussed a whole foods, you know, plant-based diet. That's not a diet that consists of zero meat. This is just a diet that incorporates, like, the majority of your diet is going to have these whole foods. So don't get scared and think I have to cut out meat for a meal. Just focus more on adding the whole foods to your diet instead of taking away things.
So, and focusing, a good way to use these whole foods is by cooking more meals at home. So research shows that people who cook more meals at home have better diet quality and less body fat than people who eat more meals on the go. A study in 11,396 adults found that those who ate 5 or more at home cooked meals per week were 28% less likely to be overweight compared with those who ate fewer than 3 cooked meals per week. So start small. Start by making 1 meal a day. And then once you're comfortable with that 1 meal consistently, then you can increase the frequency over time until you're making the majority of your meals and snacks at home. So it's not going to be something that, okay, I'm just going to cook 21 meals at home a week because, you know, 3 meals a day, 7 days out of the week. Like, that sounds impossible if it's not something that you're used to. But let's just focus on breakfast. So, okay, I'm going to cook all of my breakfast. And that way, little by little, you start to feel comfortable cooking at home. And then you're able to incorporate it more and more until you're eating more meals at home rather than eating out or limiting the options that you're eating out with.
So one great goal that is actually going to help you with the previous goal is to go grocery shopping regularly. So having that well-stocked pantry and fridge is going to be necessary to prepare these healthy home-cooked meals. So one great thing you can do is make a resolution to go to the grocery store or farmer's market, whatever, more regularly to stock up on these nutritious ingredients so you have everything on hand and ready to make. So you can actually designate, you know, 1 day each week as your grocery day. And this is going to ensure that you have the time set aside to buy these groceries that you need to make these nourishing meals. And, you know, eating at home and cooking your own meals is a great way to improve your diet quality.
So with all of these new ingredients that you're going to have at home, you can start experimenting with new recipes. So you can bookmark a bunch of recipes and resolve to try a new one each week. Plan a cooking day with friends once a month. Everyone can bring a new recipe, or you all can like send each other recipes and see which one you would want to try as a group. And then everyone chips in and brings in the new ingredients, things that maybe you won't usually buy. But it's a good way to experiment and try new foods and incorporate things that you wouldn't usually have in your regular grocery list. And then you can even double the recipe, serve half for dinner and freeze the rest for a night when you're short on ideas or short on time. And that way you're also eating home cooked meals, even though that day you didn't necessarily cook. So it's a really good way to incorporate all these different factors.
All right, so one thing that we really encourage here with the Healthy Living program is mindfulness. And you can incorporate mindfulness with your eating. So a great goal you can set for yourself is to check in with yourself mid-meal. So you're going to want to learn to tune into your signs of hunger. Don't ignore them and wait all day and you're starving and ravenous and you're going to eat whatever. And actually sipping water between your bites can help you slow down and eat more mindfully. And you can also pause for a gut check halfway through your meal. And you can do this gut check by putting down your fork, taking a deep breath, and asking yourself how full you are and how much more food you feel that you need to be satisfied. And this helps us eat with awareness, which gives us more joy out of our food. And without that joy, it's difficult to feel nourished.
And also something you can even set for yourself that people often don't feel like should be a nutrition goal, or is a very common nutrition goal, is to up your water intake. So your minimum daily requirement for water intake is 64 ounces, which is around 4 of those, like the regular plastic water bottles. And that's really important in order to make sure that your body's functioning properly and it's doing everything that it needs to do all these great things for you. So keeping a water bottle with you throughout the day can help you drink more water. When you have a reusable water bottle, you can easily drink water in any setting, whether you're running errands, traveling, or you're at home, work, or school. Keeping a water bottle handy can also serve as a visual reminder to drink more water. If you see the bottle on your desk or table, you'll be constantly reminded to drink more. And water boosts your health and reduces your calorie intake by replacing other drinks such as like soda and sports drinks and the sugary drinks that you would usually drink rather than water. So ideally, you want to make sure that you're hydrating with water and drinking water regularly versus hydrating with soda or something like a Gatorade, right? So like for me, I always have my water bottle right next to my computer, and that way I'm like constantly drinking water throughout the day. So now to wrap everything up, I want to go ahead and after you've already seen what all these SMART goals are and like what all of these like achievable possible ways of doing them are, for you to head over to menti.com. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up now. It's kind of like a Kahoot. So just go ahead, go to menti.com, and then you're going to use the code 727972. And you're going to tell us your nutrition goals. It's anonymous. No one's going to know what you're saying. And it's just going to be a nice way to see how you're applying this new knowledge to your goal and what you've set up for yourself. Fun exercise, yes. Planning, health. Those are all really good goals. So planning is actually a really important one. So not only is it just like planning your meals, but it also could be like planning how many meals a day you're gonna have, when you're gonna have your snacks, making an eating schedule. Those are all really good ways to plan. Doing more activity. Someone said more. Someone said cook more, yes. A grocery day, yes. I like that you guys are applying what we discussed into your new nutrition goals, which is great. More water, drink less soda, grocery shopping 1 time per week. These are all really, really great goals.
Yeah, these are good, guys. Mine was the grocery shopping. I'm trying to, do my Sunday grocery shopping and not be lazy and plan out at least like 3 meals for the week that I can cook.
I actually find it so difficult to go grocery shopping on Sundays. I rather do it during the week. I rather do it during the week. There's also less people at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're constantly grocery shopping during the week, then it shifts your groceries and then you have groceries for Sunday.
True.
And then there's less people at the grocery store.
Yeah, true.
Okay. More dance, less candy. Well, you can always have candy. You just have to be mindful about the way you're having your candy, and then maybe pair it with something that may be a little bit more nutrient dense, because you always want to make sure that you're honoring your preferences. You don't completely want to cut something out that you do enjoy.
Don't deprive yourself of the food that you love.
Yeah. What else has popped up? I think that's it. I think those are all the ones that people put.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Well, thank you all so much for coming. If you have any questions, any concerns, then we can definitely answer your questions now. If not, if for any reason you want to schedule an appointment, you can go call the office to 305-348, I think it's 4020. It's 4020. And that way you can schedule an appointment with either me or with Giselle. And then just make sure that you complete the evaluation at go.fiu.edu/NYE Nutrition Goals eval. Going to put that in the Nutrition Goals eval on the chat. If you want to participate in HLP Perks giveaway and also in the giveaway that we're having with us, that is the reusable grocery bag.